What's good, fam? It's Michael Phoenix coming at you again. We're about to go over this history of martial arts. Like the last time I said, you have to dig to the roots to find out where the actual hand-to-hand combat comes from. We went over Shango, we went over Vishnu, or we discussed those two, and then Bogota, and then we concentrated on Zhan Wu being from China, because the China martial arts stem from Zhan Wu, and all of them being melanated individuals, So to dig deeper into the history, we go and we check, the records, and if you want to concentrate on Shango, he comes from the African form of martial arts. It was passed on to Haiti, it was somewhat of like a religion, but he's one of the Orisha deities, Shango. And we're gonna, go scroll through and discuss some things about it. That way you have more of a reference than what I just said. This is just something I pulled up to base this whole thing about. But the ethnic group is coming from the Yoruba people. And that's Nigeria, Latin America, Benin, all that, that practices of voodoo, whatever, what they practice in Louisiana based, and folk Catholicism, whatever the hell that is. You can check and see. But his other names is Sango, Shango, Chango, Django, You can just check the references and stuff. But he's a member of the Orishas, like I said. And he represents thunder, lightning, fire, justice, dance, and virility. And, this isn't the basis of it. Like I say, you got to go to the roots. But once you go to the roots, if you want to unearth it, you got to dig deeper to unearth the actual structure. So we'll go a little bit deeper. We're just going to bounce around on this, and we'll go all the way back to Set. Set has the same aspects. Thunder, lightning, Let me pull it up so I can be more accurate with you. We go to Set. Give me some time. Check it out. I don't have Set pulled up, but Set is an Egyptian deity. You can check it out. He's one of the original deities, And from Set that came, what's his name? Baal, or Baal. Baal is a deity also derived from the Egyptian Set. So let me check it in the Baal right quick. He's one of the gods that actually deals with combat. If you look into it, he's one of the Hebrew gods, similar to Yahweh, or exactly the same as Yahweh. But if you see and look in some of the stories, they say Baal and Yahweh had a fight between each other. But the thing was, the Hebrews denounced Baal because he was more of a, depicted to be like a demonized deity, and they came with Yahweh, So you go a little deeper. You gotta excuse me. I'm not really into giving history classes in depth. This is a freestyle, just like the last one. I didn't take the time out to actually structure it, so just bear with me as we go along and check out these deities. Baal symbolizes the thunderbolt, the bull, and the ram. There's another god in the Egyptian deities that symbolize the bull and the ram, and that would be the god Men. Men has to deal with fertility, the wind, the earth, and thunder and lightning. Same thing, like I said previously, if we're dealing with ancient Egypt, these were melanated people. So the martial arts is derived from these melanated people. If you go deep, like I said, you'll see that Chinese didn't start hand-to-hand combat in their military to 1200 BC. Ancient Egypt stems back way before that. So that's why I was going over the blocks from Shango to Vishnu to Bogota, then to China. So that would be Africa. Then you got Hindu, which is India. Yeah, after you cross India, you go to Bogota. That's over in Cambodia. And if you dig deep and you read about that, they'll show you that Bogota, the actual martial art itself, stemmed from the paintings and stuff on the wall of Vishnu. You know, Vishnu is a Hindu deity, which has different names, you know, Krishna and other names. I'm not gonna get all into that right now. But like I said, you just follow the steps. Then you make it to China. We already said that was Zhang Wu. Pull up Zhang Wu. Let's see. Zhang Wu, he was known as the black god of combat, I want to say. Let me be certain about it first. Literal meaning is dark or mysterious heavenly deity, heavenly highest deity. So, you know, he's a true warrior, truly valiant. And I'm saying all this for you to understand that melanated people, you know, we created all this. This is why we excel in sports, martial arts. When we're being trained martial arts, we pick up on it quickly because it's innately in our DNA, and we perform real great when it comes down to it, and we practice. But you know, due to the changes in times and things, they have vilified and demonized the martial arts, and it's for specific reasons. Because if you look at these deities that we're talking about, they were deemed evil in such a way, you know, to where the people seeing martial arts as evil. And this is why you have to have balance when practicing these martial arts, because you see it's shown in all the movies, you know. John Woo was depicted in what's the name of that movie, Kung Fu Hustle, as the Toad God. Remember the guy, the Toad that was locked up in the cage because he couldn't find anyone worthy enough to challenge him, so he went and stayed in the insane asylum. This is what happens to high-end martial artists. Some of them go cuckoo, they lose their mind because they have all this knowledge and they're training all these people, and they have this superiority complex to where they feel like they can't be touched, and eventually they crack and they go crazy, you know, because they don't have that balance. They don't have that spiritual balance. And when you're practicing martial arts, you got to have some type of balance. You have Sifus out there that beat up on their students, you know, just to show them that they're more superior instead of teaching them the proper way. You know, they beat them up, you know. So that's all I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? You have to balance this out. You can't just do martial arts, get to a higher level, and then you feel like you're King Kong, man on top of the world, because then you become a dictator. And mostly dictators or people with that type of attitude, you know, somebody's gonna come and take you out. You know, you're more of a control freak type person. You want to be in control of everything, and it eventually drains you to where you're losing it. See, we get to talking about these deities and all this spiritualism, and look what I get. So it's that real, you know what I'm saying? So you have to understand, balance yourself in anything that you do. You know, you can't feel like you're the top dog. You know, it's just an expression. It's an expression of yourself. And if you get into the martial arts and you get deeper into it, you'll understand that, you know, this is to better yourself. It's not to be better than anybody else. You know, that's on you. You have to feel that within yourself and control that. You can't walk around with a chip on your shoulder just because you're big and bad and you're going to be an asshole to everybody. That's not what it's meant for. And this is why martial arts has been demonized. You can go into Wikipedia and dig what the Christians say about it and whoever else. But this is the history, you know. I'm just breaking it down to you. Like I said, I'm not trying to bust anybody's bubble by saying that it's created by melanated people. This is why we excel in it, because it's in our DNA. You know, so this is why when you see the movies with the black martial artists in it, like Enter the Dragon, they kill them off. You know, it's a slap in the face. Just to show you that, you know, we excel. But they'd rather show the Chinaman, which was one of the last people to pick up the art form, if you dig into the history. They just preserved it. So I don't discredit them. They give good knowledge. But we innately have it within ourselves. That's why you got the brothers over here in America. What they do, they created 52 blocks. You know, it's another martial arts form. It has boxing and everything else in it. Once you mix it up and put it all together and put it in a pot and cook it, it's another fighting form created by the melanated man. Now you're gonna have everybody taking from it, taking bits and pieces, this, that from it, and trying to say that it's true, authentic 52 blocks. But the melanated man created it, and they won't give credit to him. In another couple 100 years, it'll just be a form of martial arts, like everything else. Whoever holds the 52 blocks, they'll be the man in 100 years that created it, like the Chinese created Kung Fu. Yeah. But like I was saying, you know, it's just, it's funny, you know, we don't get credit for anything. So this is the only reason I'm saying that. You know, me, myself, I don't practice 52 blocks, I practice Wing Chun. I like 52 blocks, I like boxing, I like mixed martial arts. So I put it all together, put it into a pot and mix it. And it's a form of fighting. This is just exercise for me, keeping myself in shape, like I said before. But at the same time, if I have to get down and use it, I will, you know. So I'm just basically taking you over the history, not trying to ruffle nobody's feathers, not trying to get into nobody's face and say that I'm better than you. I'm just letting you know, these martial arts created by a melanated man. You can dig in the history as far as you want. You can start unearthing things as I have. I haven't went as deep as I could if I actually sat down and really studied it and then come out here and freestyle it at you. Yeah, we'll go real deep. But like I say, this is just me doing stuff to keep myself in shape, trying to show you different ways to do it, you know, stay active, stay physical, keep your mental straight, and get your martial arts on, whatever style you may choose. So get at me. Peace.